Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you can hear me okay. So I'm watching my scariest horror movie I've ever seen. Uh, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, obviously, for the sake of purity, but I will reveal it um, here. Obviously it'll be the last one, um, and then I'll go into the psychology uh, behind it. Um, any top whatever list is going to be biased, obviously. Um, that's a given. Um, but I just felt compelled to go on and do it just because I've been wanting to do it for a while anyway. Um, somebody's heard that before, what that means. Only you know. And I don't actually want to know. So it sounds like a personal problem. I'm going to need you to do better. No, I'm joking. And actually, Harley Quinn got up here and I moved the keyboard so she could get in my lap because I made her a spot. I got two double long pillows. I got a blanket. And I put a little mini my pillow that my late girlfriend, not my previous girlfriend from a year and a half being single, but the previous one, and she passed of a heart attack out of nowhere. That's the only reason I got a new girlfriend. But uh, so the babies love laying on that. Um, so that way they're not laying on my hand because if they're on my mouse hand, I can't PvP good, and if they're on my typing hand, I can't type or use the keyboard. Um, so yeah, but I actually moved the keyboard back because it's wireless, and I actually have it like in a more better area for my posture on my back. And then I think I got my little uh, pad things for your sitting down. Um, and I got my pillow kind of positioned under it, so I think I finally got it sorted. So I actually thank you, Harley Quinn, for getting Daddy's situation better. Because that way I'm not reaching so far to get to stuff. So I probably need to get like one of them things that extends out right under. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Kind of like pokes out or whatever. But anyway, I was in Spectrum for 2 years. It was like a standing desk thing, but I won't have the desk. I already got an L-shaped starter kit desk, but it'll be like a rollout thing that with a little wheel on twirly attachment. Anyway, I'm a diehard horror movie fan. When I was under a year or so, or right at, I was in my diaper with my passy. I don't know how you spell that because I ain't got no kids, and I've never spelled that in slang. Uh, and Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th was on, and I saw his mask and went right up and touched the TV, staring at it right up on the TV because babies. And that's actually my first memory now that I think about it. I've got excellent, excellent memory. I don't remember every single thing, no kid does, but there are certain things that we all remember, usually like up to maybe 10 things from like probably three and under or so. Maybe 500 for some people that just be forgetting, but some stuff you just don't forget. Um, but anyway, my mom and dad would always laugh because I would say Goggin, Goggin when I was a baby. I think that's like the cutest thing ever, and I'm biased, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I say what I want, and I say what I said. All right, so this is spurred a moment, so what I'm gonna do for the sake of brevity is go to top 10 list for horror. By the way, um, well, uh, I don't want to do this by genre, but if you ask me what's the greatest movie ever made, it's you want to be technical, it's The Godfather. This one, first one. If you want to be technical, but being objective, or just not even objectively, you could say any of the top 10 are. I think you'd have to say in these top four. I don't see what's so great about Angry Man. I've seen it. Got to give. Well, okay, the top. Mm, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. When you okay, well, all right. So, mm, the further down I go, I've seen all these movies. The further down I go, see, I want to stop at Star Wars: New Hope, but then there's Back to the Future. Spirited Away is an anime thing that's real wild. Psycho. I'm throwing Psycho way up here above a lot of these movies off top. I will get my revenge in this life for the next. But then The Lion King. I mean, so this is getting crazy. You want to see a young Natalie Portman in a similar role to Jodie Foster, and the girl that lives down the street, I think it is, or no, Taxi Driver. Yeah. Um, check out that, and then Gary Oldman plays like a Looney Tune dude. Oh, this movie's hard to watch. It's kind of like a very short opposite version of Schindler's List, but it's like the for us Americans version. But the ending is one of the most messed up endings. Oh, The Usual Suspects is going way, way up here. How this is this far down, I don't know. Casablanca. So, Gone with the Wind, Casablanca, Wizard of Oz, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. If you're talking about like time period, every era thinks their movie's the best. I haven't seen Parasite though. I need to, but all these other ones I've basically seen. Is Braveheart on here? It probably isn't actually. Oh, it is. I was okay. No disrespect. Yeah, like Avengers Endgame compared to The Dark Knight, it's not even the same thing. There's plenty of Jokers running around the world, and they're a problem. And there's a lot of Batmans running around the world. And me personally, I've always been a self-righteous person, as in do the right thing. I'm righteous through being saved as a devout Christian by Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. But I'm not perfect. There's probably sins I commit that I don't even know about. I thought there was only seven deadly sins, but that's because I'm ignorant, probably. I have no idea how many there actually are, which I don't know how you would even figure that out, but it probably just stressed me out more because I have like a only a trauma-based thing where I don't ever give myself credit for anything, which my psychiatrist and my therapist have been saying to do. So I am slowly learning to do that, but a lot of times, like the damage is done a lot of ways. Um, it's kind of like if your car breaks down and it was in good, perfect shape. Then over time, it gets more and more wore down, and you keep trying to fix on it, and you're fixing it to a point, but then it's not all the way 100% again. It's kind of like that with your brain. And sometimes you can get back to tip top, sometimes you can't, but you still got to try. Um, well, you don't got to do anything. Don't ever say someone's got to do or you need to get over it or anything like that with aggressive words with mental health folks like myself with stuff, whether it's really bad or in between or whatever. But that pain is subjective anyway. You can't quantify what someone's pain is compared to the next because we all deal with and receive things different and feel different. But just say, uh, it'll help you feel better to process it and identify what the issues are and do your best to rectify them through therapy, medicine, and your faith if you have that, whether you're Christian or not. I don't judge. whatever you need to do, as long as you ain't hurting nobody or anything like that or doing nothing illegal. Try not to drink or smoke too much doja, you know. I wouldn't. I'm not. I mean, I used to smoke doja all the time, and honestly, I would if I could, but I can't because all my medicines and doctors and stuff. It helps my pain, but it's also always helped my mental health stuff because I didn't have other stuff. But now I'm medicated, so I don't really even need it. Most likely, I won't end up doing it again unless. But at the same time, see, like medically, it would actually help me tremendously for my another option of pain medicine, which I've been on pain medicine since 2016, since my wreck. And you're supposed to be on it for like a month or so, you know, maybe a few months max if you have some major surgery, or maybe up to a year, like if you have like spine surgery or something crazy. But it's not healthy to take it for long periods of time. But I don't have a choice because it's chronic pain and it's the worst pain, trigeminal neuralgia, also known as the self-removal pain. If you want to look that up, um, you can do that. This is the video of what the pain sounds like, thanks to my donors. But if you want to read about what happened, you can check it on there, and there's all the links for verification. And then I got updates on here, like my recent scoliosis and degenerative disc disease. My coccyx is badly bent back. There's my scoliosis. So, oh, and then my neck, those two things are like pushing on each other or something like that. But anyway, um, so it makes sense that I would gravitate to somebody like Batman because I would do all the same things he does basically, but I wouldn't want to ever kill nobody, and I wouldn't. Um, but then also I can relate to the Joker because I've spent about 22, 23 years of my life, counting the last 2 years or year and a half, solitary by myself. And we're social creatures, and basically that would drive anybody insane. And it's only through the Holy Spirit guiding me and helping me, and Jesus Christ being with me, and all the glory to the Most High Father God for getting me to that Shawshank Redemption. But my point is you can either end up like Batman or the Joker, but you can't do it without God. Um, so let's look at the top 10. This has 12 Angry Men. I'd have to go back and watch it. I don't think, there's no way this would be in the top 10, The Bad Seed. No, it's not. That's a good movie too, black and white movie about a girl that is that marked this boy and is trying to manipulate, and the boy's mom knows that something's off. Uh, I've seen Goodfellas like 2,000 times. Um, Lord of the Rings should be higher just for the pure fact that that's an impossible movie to make, and somehow Peter Jackson did it. Um, and I'd put it at number Pulp Fiction. No disrespect to Schindler's List at all. Because of the nature of it, I feel like it should be higher. It should be number 5. Yeah. I would almost say swap it with Godfather 2, but it's the Godfather 2, and that's not really fair. But Schindler's List should be number 5. Um, Pulp Fiction should be number 6. Fellowship should be number 7. Return of the King should be number, yeah, Fellowship should be number 7. Return should be 8. Good, bad, ugly is fine right there. I think it's 1 through 9, I think. Let me. Sorry about. Actually, let me get. While I'm at it, I'll just run a TSN scan. Might as well. All right. Um, but to me, if you ask me what the greatest movie is ever, my own opinion is The Dark Knight. That's just me personally. Um, the greatest superhero of all time is Batman. Superman's number 2. I don't even know who number 3 is. Matter of fact, there's that one place that's like comic book top greatest superheroes. Ranker. I don't even know what the best website to go is. Ooh, I told y'all I'm dirty. What did I say? I'm dirty with it because it's the Batman. No, Spider-Man ain't number 2. Y'all are smoking crack cocaine. I don't even know. People voted on this? How the hell is Superman not higher? Because he's like a cheat code? I guess that, oh well, whatever. Uh, I don't know who could be above the Joker. Magneto? Hell no. Y'all are tripping, bro. Y'all are straight tripping. I knew Joker was gonna be 1 or 2, but nobody gives a fuck about Magneto, bro. When's the last time you heard somebody bring that Negro up? Quit playing, man. Jack and Crackers ain't got no cheese, but he's corny as fuck. All right, all right, all right, all right. Where's genre? Where's the genre Cena? I got horror up here more better. Top 5. Y'all stupid, bro. Um, what did I do? Y'all don't make me get bipolar, bro. Don't make me do this. You dumbasses don't have I gotta go to Google. Why the fuck do you gotta go to Google to find this link? Y'all are so fucking retarded. See, I've been irritable, y'all. You probably heard me cuss more than I've ever made in any video. I'm not gonna argue with the Exorcist. Wait a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. My list. No, motherfucker. User rating. Yo, what the fuck is going on with this shit, dude? It used to be on here. These are people's, man. Rotten Tomatoes are really biased with. No, these people are fucking stupid. Ink. Alright, yeah, no, y'all can go suck a dick. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Any hardcore horror movie fan knows that the movies they had on there are totally obscene. Yeah, Nosferatu has to be on there. Poltergeist, Conjuring, George A. Romero. George A. Romero has to be on there because there wouldn't be no zombies without him. Uh, Christopher uh, Lee, Bela Lugosi. That's the Dracula. It follows, okay? Hereditary's top 10. They're fucking stupid. No, The Fog. No, fuck all of that. Babadook. Yep, Frankie. I gotta watch that. There's my. I just said. Okay, yeah, Midsommar. That's Kiefer Sutherland's daddy, Donald Sutherland. Um, I have to rewatch that. I remember it was very, very good. Oh, The Innocents. Yeah, that's OG. It's really suspense filled. The Descent. The witch. He's a witch. Away from a Jonas Social Hexley. It was a witch. I saw her prancing about in the woods. Bedeviled by a witch and naked as sin. It's just like, ugh. 28 Days Later. Yep. Cillian Murphy's best movie. Night of the Living Dead. Yep. Uh, uh, um, Candyman. Uh, Tony Curtis. I think. Yep. Get Out's way higher than that, but okay. The Spirit is probably a little too low. Chainsaw is way too low. That movie got banned for good reason, and the last 10 minutes of that movie are fucking incredible. The Omen, yep. Psycho is top 5. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The Ring is top 10. Blair Witch is way too fucking high. I know the found footage, and I know the thing, but comparatively speaking, hell no. Mm. Dawn of the Dead is better than Day of the Dead, period. I believe George A. Romero made both. Carrie's a little too high. There's no fucking way. That's not even a horror movie. That's more bordering like sci-fi. I mean, I know it's a werewolf, but this don't belong on this list. This is like at the bottom 200, like way down there. I don't give a fuck about the special effects. Like it being this close to Rosemary Baby, are y'all fucking tripping? Not the Wicker Man. It's yeah, way too high. That's way too low. No, Jaws is way low, like way low. I get it, but that's not a horror movie. I'm definitely afraid of the ocean. I almost died in the ocean going past the marker thing. On vacation in Florida every year when my uncle Muhammad Ali in-law would give us money to go down there. And my dad was riding his jet ski, and he had me on there, and he got carried away, and I flew off, and I was in the water for about 2 to 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, probably maybe five at the most before he realized. And it was jellyfish season, and I looked underwater and I saw all this orange, and there was thousands of jellyfish coming to surface, and not one stung me because, like the Book of Daniel and the lion, Daniel and the lion's den, uh, God protected me, so thank you God. But the concept is horrifying, yeah, but it doesn't belong up here, and y'all might disagree, but you're 100% wrong. Because is having any business being next to The Exorcist? Hell no. Uh, no, what's way too high. That's like in the 20 to 15 range, probably closer to 30 to 25. Scream is way too high. Mm, I've struggled if thing is a horror. You can't classify a movie with multiple things. It's like either you're a man or a woman. Either you have a basketball or a football. A basketball, there's no basketball football thing. It's not a thing. Oh, that's funny. But I'm gonna go on and say that Alien and The Thing are horror movies. I'm gonna make that decision for y'all, for everybody. Mm, I want to say Halloween is too low, but mm, mm, mm. The Shining is definitely top 10 without question, but is it number one? That's Alien is way too high. Not Alien ain't above Halloween. There's no fucking way. This list is janky as fuck. But so let's do this. Let's do it this way. This is so fucking retarded. The one place you're supposed to go and find. You know, IMDb, y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all are pissing me off. You know what? The only people I can rely on at this point is fucking Watch Mojo. They're relatively decent. I watched this earlier. I'm gonna mute my mic. Well, this is. I'll mute my mic and I'll let it come on, and I'll keep this up to do my list. So I already know what number one is, but we're gonna go in this order because it's gonna be easier. Well, my OCD might get bad. Hold on. Why the fuck is that membership? Why is it spaced like why it's like that? The fuck is going? Alright, whatever. So when I find number 10, I will and it'll be on here. When I find it, I'll come back.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best of the best from the horror movie genre.
Red Rum!
Sequels, led ideas of an boils down to execution and honest to Marcus's Dance Academy. Us as a genre-defining director remains secure in the modern day. This is thanks in part to films like The Thing, which not only boasts bar-setting special effects, but also a compelling narrative and bold performances from its ensemble cast.
Windows, blast him!
I'm obligated. I'm probably gonna end up adjusting the order. But yeah.
The world of horror cinema has experienced a renaissance as of late, with many pictures presenting a certain prestige crossing over into the cultural zeitgeist. Hereditary was one of those films.
What are you talking about? Promise who?
Speaking of social commentary, the ability of horror films to successfully tap into certain topics beneath their surface level of fear is one that continually draws us into the medium. Rosemary's Baby may be an occult-obsessed story of demonic rebirth, but it's also a commentary upon motherhood and a woman's place in society. There seems to be a systemic hierarchy of individuals out to or burn crew, and the fruits of that discomfort are readily visible on screen. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a film that you can practically smell, a location where the heat almost radiates from the screen, and every character feels at their breaking point. In the 80s and early 90s. However, it could be argued that Wes Craven's Scream did so in a way that felt fresh and revitalized.
Jimmy, look behind you. Look behind you. Turn around. Behind you. Oh, turn behind you.
This is smart horror writing that's still unafraid to be a horror film. Sure, from their heyday. Maniacal.
Get out. Sorry, man.
Okay. Get out!
Yo!
Jordan Peele's 2017 film Get Out built upon established body snatcher tropes set by horror predecessors and presented them through modern lenses of racial disparity and discrimination. As a result, Get Out feels both like a personal cinematic statement while also serving as an effective horror offering.
Now, sink into the floor.
Alright, I'm gonna run an audible. Because I don't wanna yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do a top 10 because I'm having like total recall now and there's too many on here and I wanna do the actual order so y'all can see. I've seen things in real life like GORE sites, real markage, the real worst of humans. That's why the Joker is the best villain of all time. Because the Joker shows you how deceptive, and how manipulative, and how cunning that the worst of the worst are, can be, and always will be until the Lord comes back. The worst of them being Satan. Oh wow, oh wow. Make sure I got this up. Why the hell did it get so young? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what that. Sorry about that. I don't know what that. Why it moved like that. Um, I guess we're gonna have to start. I damn near just want to go through the whole video. How long is this video? Hold on. It's an hour. So do they have a list? All right. You know what? Let's do it, y'all. We're gonna run it, and I'm gonna show y'all how close they are to being correct. Because there's movies on here I know that aren't on here, but that's because they ain't about that life like I am. The OG horror movie fans know what it is. Oh, let me give them a like. All right, let's run the show.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best of the best from the horror movie genre.
Red rum.
Danny, what's the matter, hon?
Red rum.
Number 100, Child's Play.
Hell no. Y'all are smoking some serious shit over there at Watch Mojo.
There are certain constants within the realms of horror cinema. Werewolves, vampires, and the undead are certainly among them, but possessed dolls also enjoy a pedigree that dates back decades. Chucky wasn't the first killer toy to scare Fright fans, but he certainly is the most famous. This is due to the Child's Play franchise capturing the imaginations of generations with an enduring menace and sense of humor.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. The first person I let in on my little secret was a 6-year-old kid.
What's particularly impressive upon rewatching the original Child's Play is just how much restraint director Tom Holland and crew have with regards to the Chucky reveal. Is the doll possessed by the spirit of serial killer Charles Lee Ray? Or is it all in young Andy's mind? Child's Play takes its time, and in doing so, created a legend.
Hello, Andy.
Number 99, The Wolfman. Larry Talbot's story is similar to Chucky's in that he wasn't the first of his kind on film. Universal Pictures already financed a werewolf picture in 1935, titled Werewolf of London. But it would be 1941's The Wolfman that cemented its lycanthrope into pop culture forever. Lon Chaney Jr. remains a figurehead upon horror's proverbial Mount Rushmore. Their extremism, but also for the industry's often esoteric and dreariest not Beyond.
Oh, this is 98.
For the industry's often esoteric and dreamlike senses of logic. The Beyond.
What the fuck?
Your demon's worthless. You're worthless.
Bro. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are really tripping. I was literally freaking out so bad the whole time I watched that because I was in broad daylight with my buddy behind me playing WoW, and he was in like a 500 square foot studio, and I was freaked out. I've never had that reaction to a movie because it was so hyped up, and it was like, yeah, it was for real.
Got nothing.
Put the can.
The original Hexon may have been released in 1922, but it was its re-release in 1968. Of Annalise Michel and adapts it to the modern day. Courtroom
Exorcism,
drama
Emily
is
Rose.
counterbalanced against
I had the
horrific
same experience
flashbacks.
with that watching, oh god,
Emily?
Paranormal Activity. Annalise
And
Michel.
asks tough questions
real
about the
thing.
efficacy of exorcism as well as clerical responsibility. The end results work well and allow the audience to also measure their own faith and beliefs against the possibility of demonic possession.
Give me your name, demon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Number 94, Ganja and Hess.
He's alive.
No.
Hess! No! He is alive! He's alive!
No!
The reputation of Ganja and
Yes.
Hess
Oh, I.
speaking
I guess I'll say that's a horror movie. It doesn't always have to be like Freddy and Jason. We're gonna have to modify this list a little bit. But
of endings, is there anyone out there that was even remotely anticipating the gut but never feels intimidating? Instead, The Wailing
Oh, the
invites
howling.
audiences that are perhaps uninitiated into the world's part occult horror and part police procedural,
gotta
part
watch
occult
that.
horror, and part zombie film.
And Insidious is way too low. I think it's gonna have to.
84, Phantasm.
Oh, Candyman,
On the
of
titular
course.
role in Bernard Rose's film.
Be my victim. I am the writing on the wall.
Granted, the character's official backstory wouldn't be revealed until the 1995 sequel, subtitled Farewell to the Flesh. But the Robitaille tragedy went a long way into inspiring the 2021 Candyman remake. 2. Pearl.
I haven't seen that one. That's like
I love you, Daddy, but this is no way to live.
You now. Tear the skin from you.
Number 80, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. 79, The Black Cat.
Did you ever
A Dead Alive.
Oh,
And franchise is
Tony
actually
Todd got paid.
Tony Todd entered the
$1,000 for
horror
every
pantheon
beast
back in
that he had.
1992 when he took on the titular role in
Those are all
Bernard
real
Rose's film.
bees. How he had
Be
bees in his mouth.
my victim.
Oh, Tony Todd, not Tony Curtis. I was thinking of Halloween.
I am the writing
Janet
on the
Leigh
wall.
is
Granted, the
shower
character's
scene,
official
Psycho
backstory
as
wouldn't be
Jamie Lee
revealed until the
Curtis's mom.
1995 sequel,
Tony
subtitled
Curtis is her
Farewell to the
dad.
Flesh. But the Robitaille
Yeah, those are real bees.
2,
Obviously.
Pearl. The character of the Invisible Man is one that's intrinsically linked with old school horror. But what do you do when
I'm
you'd
not
like to
messing
slap
with Invisible Man. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Number 67, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Old adage of never let the truth get in the way of a good story. That's because this series, and particularly its original film entry from 2013, have given us two wonderful performances from Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. The actors portray fictionalized versions of the real-life Ed and Lorraine Warren, who rose to fame on their claims to be paranormal investigators.
I'm sitting here with Karen, her parent, and with her family that has been experiencing supernatural occurrences. Go ahead.
Why they have the Conjuring so low is
The box.
no
You opened
tears,
it.
please.
We came.
Number 62, The Wicker Man.
There will be no traces. Bring him up, Oak. God, no! Think! Just think what you're doing! Think what you're doing! Think!
Number 61, Train to Busan. Hellraiser.
The box. You opened it. We came.
Number 62, The Wicker Man.
There will be no traces. Bring him up, Oak. God, no!
Films that erupted in a post-Friday the 13th world. Granted, Pam the cultural zeitgeist.
The Wicker Man higher than Hellraiser.
An old friend of the Christies.
Granted, the
Except for shit
template
else
of randy
okay.
teenagers, secluded woods, and a bunch of bad ideas was not exactly novel in 1980, but Friday the 13th outdid them all with viciousness and a mean spirit. Plus, the film is a genuinely great whodunit to boot. We wish every Friday was Friday the 13th.
I think I got Texas Chainsaw slightly too high.
Number 59, A Quiet Place.
Scream
Number
is too high
58,
also.
It Follows.
Don't open the door. See? Everything's okay.
Number 57, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
What was number 56?
And a mean spirit. Plus, the film.
Oh, it was just
Were to look up Erase.
Eraserhead. The host is not a horror movie, neither is
Hands of
Eraserhead.
Time. Certainly scary. Avoid.
Va? Är det mig du glor på? Skrik då! Skrik!
Number 48, Cat People.
Yeah, let the right one in. I gotta let that in. I think that's a good one to start with. Well, we'll put it right there. These ones aren't necessarily the main ones, mainly like the top 25s. I just want y'all to have a little idea. 28 days later. Yeah.
It's
Godzilla's not a horror movie. The judge. Oh my gosh. Red is way too low.
number 43, Carnival of Souls. Number 42, The Descent.
Just put the ring right there since it's on my mouth. The Descent. That's more of a niche one. No
Number
disrespect.
41, The Witch.
What will you from me?
The Witch is way too low.
Dost thou see a book before thee?
Number 40, Saw.
Was there someone else at your house last night? Besides your wife and daughter?
No. Well, there's someone here.
The Saw franchise would go on to become something of a Halloween tradition over the years, with multiple sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. There's certainly been a case of diminishing returns with many of those films, yet it's important to remember the impact of the OG Saw when it was released back in 2004. Both Tobin Bell and his creepy puppet live rent-free within horror fans' nightmares, and Jigsaw has to be. Number 39, Dawn of the Dead.
Intelligence, seemingly little or no reasoning power, but basic skills remain. A more
life.
Number 38, Black Sunday.
Kruvayan. Kruvayan, I've been waiting for you.
Don't Look Now.
Come on.
1999's in the modern already mentioned how found footage films like The Blair Witch Project were riding upon the creative coattails of Cannibal Holocaust. Yet this one still stands out as a titan among the pack. The Blair Witch Project does so much with so little, setting up likable characters and palpable dread together with a lore that feels lived in and scary. It may not possess the same punch in the modern day, but audiences in 1999 frankly were not ready for The Blair Witch Project.
She's off. Are you awake?
German expressionist, it's a It's a remarkably well-crafted horror film with memorably warm and engaging performances from its cast. It's also a great entry-level fright for young kids seeking to dip their toes into some heavier stuff. There's just so much right with Poltergeist that it remains a go-to yearly watch for many horror fans.
No, 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 no!
Number 22, The Fly.
It's not a horror movie, it's sci-fi.
All those lives on my conscience! All that blood on my hands!
Number 20, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Please, God.
This is God.
We mentioned earlier this idea about slasher villains as rock stars. The character of Freddy Krueger is one such example of this idea, to the point where the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise toned down the character's heinous backstory. Instead, subsequent sequels presented Freddy as a wisecracking centerpiece, as opposed to a villainous force of nature. Wes Craven's first film, however, possesses no such distinction.
This is just a dream. He isn't real. He isn't real.
Here, Krueger is depicted as deadly, malevolent, and capable of true wickedness. The jokes are kept to a minimum, the young protagonists insanely likable, and the horror at full tilt from first frame to last. Number 19, The Innocents.
This is hard.
In the world of classic horror, there are ghost
movie.
stories, and then there's The Innocents. This 1961 masterpiece may have been adapted from Henry James's novella. In the world of classic horror, there are ghost stories, and then there's The Innocents. An atmosphere for two watch. Dario Ar.
The spirit of death, because you don't know what.
Oh, but we're not done. Suspiria also possesses lighting to die for and sound design that sets those little hairs on your arm alive with fear and trepidation. The film's confusing narrative 2002 was one of the more successful.
Could y'all girls put the ring? What?
Never awake.
Oh, 17. Oh, okay.
2002 was one of the more unsettling. But whatever. You can't trust anyone. Number 15, Hereditary.
And I
Pictures presenting a certain elevate the medium via level of fear is one that continues his life at
been there, lad. And you, Jenny.
Mel, a location where the heat character feels at the stream did so in a way that felt fresh and revitalized.
Jenny, look behind.
Prescott may admonish bad horror actresses. It can prove difficult sometimes for younger horror fans to understand the hype behind fright flicks of old. Thankfully, films like Nosferatu have been preserved for generations, films that still pack a spooky punch over a century removed from their heyday. Specifically, all of the flowers need to be laid at the feet of Max Schreck, he of the Nosferatu.
Get out. Sorry, man.
Okay.
Get out! Yo!
Jordan Peele's 2017 film Get Out built upon established body snatcher tropes set by horror predecessors and presented them through modern lenses of racial disparity and discrimination. As a result, Get Out feels both like a personal cinematic statement while also serving as an effective horror offering.
Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
The tension and mystery, though enough critical.
Sorry about the black screen. I'm
coming
still
to
learning.
get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
It serves modern audiences well to imagine what the horror landscape was like back in the late 60s when George Romero released Night of the Living Dead. The atomic age of giant monsters wasn't that far in the rear view, and the more transgressive slices of horror cinema were largely imported from European directors.
Ghastly with have been
Stories that were real pound of
stuff like this is just sufficient.
Multiple of the craft. This so created a novel to create the ocean is pretty.
Following is top 5.
Speaking of movies we can watch all the time, hands up if you watch John Carpenter's Halloween every October. You're not alone, of course, since Carpenter's perennial slasher classic has gone on to help define the genre. This is another horror film that leaps wide over genre conventions and boundaries. Strode here right everywhere.
Something to know you in private.
Sorry, I'm getting excited.
Is The Silence of the Lambs a legitimate horror film or a psychological thriller? It doesn't really matter which side of the fence you reside on, because Jonathan Demme's film has gone on to metamorphosize into something bigger than itself. The character of Hannibal Lecter is one that's been adapted wonderfully by different actors, from Brian Cox to Mads Mikkelsen. Yet Sir Anthony Hopkins' performance here remains firmly iconic.
Tell me who decapitated your patient.
All good
the other guy in real life.
I've waited, Clarice, but how long will you and old Jackie boy wait?
The Silence of the Lambs isn't just about Hopkins as Lecter, of course, since Jodie Foster also puts in a wonderfully vulnerable yet determined performance as Clarice Starling. Demme's film may be a procedural, but it possesses enough realistic horror to haunt our psyches for decades to come.
This is real life. This is a documentary.
Slow burn feeling of isolation, since it allows not only for us to understand our human characters more, but also to ramp up what's inevitably going to happen to them on the Nostromo. Many films have taken the Alien blueprint and run with it for all they're worth. Yet Ridley Scott's achievement still stands alone as a titan of interstellar horror.
Cover it with a damn thing, will you?
Alien's not above Silence of the Lambs, though.
James Whale's adaptation of The Mary it established
Frankenstein is too high, all due respect.
Number 3, The Shining.
It's his mother. She interferes.
Perhaps they need a good talking to.
There have been many haunted house movies throughout the years. We've even seen some previously on this list. But The Shining is from the human themes of alcohol. The Exorcist.
Where's Reagan? In here with us.
Many films original to
Number 1.
things and Peeping Tom and Psycho were released in the same year, 1960. They were both helmed by British directors Michael Powell and Alfred Hitchcock. Cinematic transgression wasn't exactly commonplace during this time, yet why did Hitch's film go on to become a classic while Powell's resides within cult appreciation? Well, marketing for starters. The legacy of the no one will be allowed in policy after the first number of minutes helped, as did Hitchcock's notable showmanship and cameos in his trailers.
Because when you do the list, you start to see parody.
Beyond this, however, Psycho, quite frankly,
I don't need help with this anymore. I just wanted to get through that. But I can do the rest with this here. Something like it. Not moving trick. Oh my gosh, what the fuck is this thing doing? Alright, let's do this. Zoom in like that, right? There we go. Everything should basically be on here. Evil Dead. Like I said, these ones in the bottom aren't necessarily in any particular order. It's really like the top 20. I just want you to know What's on my list? Oh yeah, audition. Dumplings. Changeling. Oh, the others, definitely. No doubt. It's actually ironic because it's very similar to the Changeling, a loose way. Cabin in the Woods, oh yeah. Actually, no, that needs to go. Nah, it's fine. Like I said, this isn't an important part. Invasion of the Body Snatchers horror, or is it sci-fi? No, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say it's say it is. Oh, The Haunting. Come on now. Ah, Pontypool. They know about Pontypool. Evil Dead. Let's see. Oh, that put Carrie on here? No, I didn't. If I know how to do that tier list thing, I'll do that and update it, but I don't have the health right now to do that. Oh, Session 9 is definitely a great movie, but I don't think it belongs in here. High Attention. High on my list. Somebody's got to go. We're gonna put Dracula. Just for the sake of argument, because the list is getting kind of tight. Final Destination is definitely up there. Texas Chainsaw is not even in the same breath as Wrong Turn, because Wrong Turn is just like a knockoff. Sixth Sense. It's way up here. Yeah, Saw is way too high. It's going to get really difficult. I need to not be biased about the cultural impact. Running out of room. What did I just look at? Oh, Final Destination. We're going to have to make some more spaces. Now, this is my personal list. The ones that are lower at the bottom, the order is a little bit haphazard. But yeah, see, when you're looking at it like that, there's no way that that's above that. A lot of these lower-ish. I don't want to be biased. Yeah, these don't belong here. Yeah, that's way too high. Like, are these really good? Are they really scary? Hell yeah. But there's levels. I know. Yeah, this is way, way higher. I'm gonna have to throw Night of the Living Dead down lower. More close to the top 15. We'll go with 20. The Ring is top 10. So, gosh, this is crazy. Crazy. Psycho is too low. Alright, so we need to not be biased here. Alien's got to. The Thing is too high. Alien is too high. Alien. No, the Sixth Sense is going to go here. Alien. The Thing. The Shining is top. It's top 10, but Psycho's way too low. I say that, it's only one difference, but Silence of mm, mm. Man, this is making me really stressed out. Chainsaw's way too low. What are we talking about? Oh my gosh. Which one I just had? Oh, Halloween. Gosh. Freddy's my favorite. I'm trying not to be biased. Michael got for number 2 favorite. Nah, Alien's still. Now the Sixth Sense go down. Out there. Scream is too high. High tension is way up. Got that with number 15. I like that idea. This is really hard. This is really hard. I'm gonna have to go with Hereditary over The Exorcist. Like the top 15 is indisputable. It's just what order are you putting it in. Oh, The Exorcist 3. I don't really like. Oh, Jeepers Creepers for sure. What are we talking about? Alright. Oh shit. Ew. Oh fuck me. Oh, that's okay. Final Destination here. Oh, I did, okay. The ball. You opened it. We came. Oh yeah, Misery. What is love? Baby, don't break my ankles. Exorcist 3. People under the stairs. Those have those things happen in real life. Trying to find a horror movie where it's like a girl in a red dress runs out the uh, runs out the door. And then there's like a guy with a camera reel that is trying to hide and is like backed up against the wall and is rolling like an old 8mm camera, and it keeps like being janky inside and out. Oh, 7. What are we talking about? What's in the box? What's in the box? There's not even a question. And think of Ed Gein and Psycho, same thing. I'd want to put Fallen in there, but I kind of feel obligated to, but From Hell is definitely on there. Decay the Reaper. Jack the Ripper. Oh, Jackie boy. Where are you? I better save this so it doesn't die on me. I don't lose my progress. Penis isn't horror. We gotta put Pet Cemetery. We all want our babies to come back. Just imagine if we could do it, we all would, and then what if that happened? That'd be horrifically terrible. I borderline don't want to put repeats of the same movies, but then like Exorcist 1 and 3 are without question necessary or scary. We'll do Jacob's Ladder, but it's obviously not above the Sixth Sense, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. Monster's a really great movie. Oh, there's the bad seed right there. 1956. I bang with it all. How is The Omen a cult horror movie? And it's like, I don't know. I don't care about Cujo. That's like bottom 100 if that. Probably lower to probably bottom. That's probably 200 actually. You just get a gun and take Cujo out. It ain't even got to be about all that. I want to put Clockwork Orange on here and They Live. That's subjective. What was that movie? Angela Judd? Or no, Angela Jolie. Chicken Line. American Psycho? Yeah. Narcissistic people can be very dangerous. Yeah. Let me add some more because this is. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do a top 200. I need to take a break. I've been talking too long. I'll probably do part. I'll do a part 2 down to 100, but I'm gonna stop for now. But put part 1. I'll save it. I'll put. I'm gonna stop the video, and we're at an hour mark, and I'll come back to it. I'll do a tier list thing. I'm gonna look up how to do it. If it doesn't hurt my learning disability too bad, I'll do it. But I'll just do this for now, and then I'll do a revised one, and I'll actually do it in actual real order. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Hit the notification bell, hit the sub, and I'll be getting deep into horror movie stuff and all that, and the psychology and the dichotomy of good versus evil and the duality. And but anyway, I'm out.